With those two shrines now enshrined to us, we can actually now find some more shrines that are just down here, as well as our fields of horses too. We're going to be getting our first horse here too, folks. We're going to need it. We're going to drop on down. Actually, firstly, let's warp up here to the upper one, because I think there is another Korok seat on the top of the other dueling peak. I want to say so, yes. So let's warp back up there and let's go get it. And thanks to the fast travel option, which I'm glad they implemented, because if there was no fast travel option, I would say be kinda not be happy about it. Looks like this is an apple shrine too. Do I actually have an apple on me? I do have an apple on me. You find these statues like this, where you just need to drop an apple or complete the offering. Complete the offering? Korok seed, baby! Oh, no, you found me! Bye-bye! And now just take their offerings back. Alright, we're gonna take a dive. We gotta find another shrine right below us. Booyah! Now, I really hope with Skyward Sword HD that they actually, you know, make the sailcloth better, because the sailcloth in that game was not the best. Woo! There goes my devices on off onto the ground. Take that off right there. Don't need you anymore. The guide to two answers I didn't need, or did need in that instance. Let's go into this one. This is normally the one you would see first if you went down this dueling peak route. Whew. This one, I don't remember what this one was. This one is timing. We've got timing is critical. Yep, timing is critical, because now we have to do this. Get that in place, and now we can move forward. This one's a little kind of a jerk, because trying to get all of the chests is not as easy as one would think. Because there's one like really all the way up there on the top left, and that's a little tricky to hit. Let's see here. This one we have to do a double version of it, so just let the do that, and booyah! There you go. Puzzle finished. It's the third variant. Oh, no, I was supposed to be on the... Come back! Elevator! Come back here! Why don't you come back? I'm not that mean. I'm a nice person. At least I hope I am. Though, realistically, I don't remember if I was a nice person or not. I couldn't. Link here could actually be a jerk, and people would not know. That's not a metallic chest, though. This one you have to... I think you have to freeze this thing in place, I think. Go like this. So it goes faster and time that perfectly. There you go. Perfecto. Don't you think? Now this one's a little... Actually, no. It's actually not as bad as I would think it would be. Because I think I can do this with stasis. I just have to time it perfectly. If I go down right here, wait for a little bit of this. And yes, got it. That's not the technical way to do it, but yeah. There's your climber's bandana. First of our sets for the climber's outfit. We can now use that instead of... we don't actually have a hat, so we might as well use that for defense, I guess. There we go. Might as well keep our defenses up as best we can, folks. Promise of a hero. Yes, I know. Promise of a hero. Blah, blah, blah. Give me my orbs. It's going to be like this for the entirety of the game, where it's like, yeah, you know, your resourcefulness, or you've beaten this challenge I set up for you in the way it was not intended. Well, this is what this game is. It's very open-ended. You can basically complete puzzles in any way, shape, or form you see fit, as long as you're able to get to the monk. The monk don't care. Alrighty. Oh, there's a Zophos over there. More of the aquatic race of the game. Alongside the Octoroks. There's another shrine off in the distance here, too. Pretty close. Let's see if we can have to avoid certain obstacles here. Maybe we have to climb up here, maybe. Climb up here. Just like so. Let's see what these rocks contain. Pop them. Ooh. Rock salt. And more amber. Something down there, though. Enemies down there. Oh, did my rune actually awake them for some reason? What's this? What's this? Huzzah! Oh, I love doing that. I took them all out. Hey, you! Come back here. Stop running away like a chicken you are. If you want to kill off almost any enemy very quickly, except for like the hard-hitting bosses and whatnot, you can basically knock them into water and they instantly die. Which again is pretty nice, I'd say so myself. There's some throwing spears here, a torch or something like that. Nah, who needs those? I'll take the remains of said enemies though. Because those can sell for a pretty good price if you sell them in bulk. At least that was in Age of Calamity. Like, you could just collect, like, tons of... Ooh, a boomerang. But my inventory is full! See what I'm getting at here, folks? That we're just getting, like, overuse of weapons and everything. Let's drop the axe. Get the boomerang. There we are. Boomerangs are also a one-handed weapon of sorts. But you can throw them like a boomerang would be, and they're actually pretty effective. Some of them actually have some unique effects, I believe. If I'm remembering that correctly. There's a shrine right here. This shrine gave me so much trouble early on. Because I didn't think about using Cryonis to get into the shrine for some reason. I thought I actually had to jump from a high ledge and go down here and get it. It's like, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to come here, use Cryonis to get over the barrier and into the next shrine of sorts. Ha ha ha! We're off into our next dungeon trial. We're off. Do 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 do. This one, I think this is the waterfall one, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, it is. I found the water guides. This one's a little tricky. So you have to guide, I think you have to guide a ball into a slot, and you have to use in conjunction to the Cryonis to actually get it into place. Let's see, you can actually... Oh. There we go. Oof, that's close. Because, again, you can't really climb on these surfaces here. For some reason, these shrines are designed with very slick rocks. Very sleek materials. You can't climb on these things. But again, it would defeat the purpose of actually completing the shrine. Ooh, 50 rupees. I will gladly take those, thank you. Oh yeah, this is this weird, awkward one where you have to position stuff pretty carefully, I think. So I think we have to do is this. It's as it hits it. Hit right here. I think we hit one right here. And it should go in like so. Perfect. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That was actually pretty cool. Not too bad. Do, 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 do. There's only one chest in this place. Yes, there is. Let's go get it. Our next orb. At least when we get to Kayako Village, there'll be another goddess Hylia statue that we can upgrade our hearts with. Which would be really, really nice, not gonna lie. We need to get a horse. If we're gonna travel this land, we're gonna need a horse. Luckily that there's a stable nearby, most likely to tell us how to get said horse. Now, if you do have an amiibo, there is often the chance, if you have the Link amiibo, any of the Link amiibos will work, that if you do, you can initially get Epona. Epona is a legendary horse, which has its own bridle and everything else for that matter. So, we'll have to see if we can use it. Oh, look, it's Beetle, the hero of merchants. Hey, Beetle. Hey, I don't believe I made your acquaintance. My name's Beetle, but you can call me... Actually, let's just stick with Beetle. But if you forget my face, you remember me by my beetle-shaped backpack. Despite these dangerous times, you'll find me traveling all over Hyrule to fulfill your shopping needs. I stock many special bugs and must have items for travelers, and I always charge a fair price, or my name's not Beetle. I also buy all sorts of things. If you're in need of rupees, gemstones in particular fetch a high price. How can I help you today? Look what I've got, firstly. I'm going to sell my, a few of these things. We'll sell 8 of these. I usually try to sell half of what I got, mostly, just so I can get something out of it. 240? That's actually not bad to start off with. Alright, what do you got for us, Beetle? What do you got? He's got arrows for sale. It's probably best to grab set arrows. You never know when you need them. Pretty expensive, but anyway. You'd rather have weapons than not. If you know if I'm right or am I right. Nope, don't need anything else for you, Beetle. Bye-bye for now. Let's see here. Hey. Welcome to Dueling Peak Stable. What do you think of this place? Pretty nice, eh? It might be hard to imagine now, but this place was nearly destroyed about 100 years ago. Really? However, thanks to the blessing of the Dueling Peaks, everything is full of life again. Even the wild horses are back. There's a lot of energy in this place. So where are you heading? Both Kayako Village and Hinto Village are nearby. Wild horses? Huh. Did you not see any horses on your way here? Certainly not as many in the years past, but there are still quite a few around. Horses in the wild area are, well, wild. No one has trained or cared for them. If you manage to catch one, let my brother Terracin here know. He'll register the horse for you. My boys are a wellspring of information about horses, so feel free to pick their brains. Leave it to Renza to tell you about the roads around this area. Okay, let's get a horse. Everything looks as it always has been, but the effects of the great calamity still linger. For example, a lot of monsters come out at night, so be careful when the sun sets. Indeed, we have to watch out for that. But we're going to need a horse. And you can only ride horses. Though you can only, well, I say that's a lie, actually. You can ride stuff like bears, deer, and even a particular interesting creature of a mountain that we haven't seen yet. But even in that sense, though, horses are very different. They have a sort of a different type to them. They run in packs, so you have to watch out for them. If you find ones that are solid colors, they usually have better stats. But if you find one, because some of them will have low stamina, some will have high stamina. It all really depends on what you want in a horse. Though the fact that there is no horse breeding, which is interesting to boot. But you have to use your stamina here. If I don't get knocked off. Okay. That one's a little tougher. Hey. Stop getting away from me. I just want to ride you. Come here, you. See, that one was a... See, this one's like a 2-level horse. So they don't take as much effort to mount and such. So, give him where credit's due. At least it's a horse. Like, it may not be perfect, but at least it's faster than walking on the ground. As it always will be. Let's go. Hey. But your horse will be wild, and if you need to tame it. If you don't tame it, then it's going to go in a direction you really don't want to go into. Hey, stop! Horse, stop! There we go. Look at my stable, we doing all these horse raids, we are doubles and in. Huh? I haven't seen your face before. Do you know about the stable system? I don't. Then allow me to explain. You can board your horse companions with us, and then summon them as you please from our network of stables. You may have come across wild horses during your travels. If you catch one and ride here and register it, it will become your horse companion. One person can board up to 5 horses, and you'll be able to swap horses in and out as you please. Do you know how to catch a wild horse? I know how. I just did it. Oh, pardon me. Then let me start over. Welcome to our stable. If you have come for a wild horse, you can register with us here. Or if you want to stay for the rest, please head to the counter inside. So what'll be? I need to register a horse. Gotcha. You want to register this one? Yeah. Let's do this one for now. It's actually not bad. You know, even stats across the board. Yeah, we have to charge 20 rupees for it. Yeah. What can I name this horse? I'll do it as my horse. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we'll do it. This is my horse. There we go. It's unoriginal, but you know what? There we go. My horse. Are you sure you're going to name this horse my horse? Yes, my horse. My horse is amazing. Your registration is complete. Would you like to take care of your new horse with you? Yes. Thank you. We'll be seeing you next time. Oh, by the way, if you get separated with your horse, you can whistle it and it will come running. So now we can press down on the D-pad or the button there, and you can whistle your companion. But your horse isn't magic, at least not yet. It can hear you, but if you're too far away, so keep that in mind. That'll actually become trivial as you come along through the game. Has the added DLC essentially gives you the ability to transport your horse or summon your horse anywhere as long as it's alive, and as long as it's wearing a particular ancient armor. So these two guys here, they are treasure hunters of the great bandit Misko. We already heard about this guy earlier. We just hit all those DLC items all over the place. So they're busy trying to find a place of sorts that has a lot of treasure in it, huh? So Misko's treasure. Guess I throw him off. Just let him in. Maybe he'll leave us alone if we do. I mean, he can't figure out the road out. There's no spawn center can be able to do so. That's a good point. We're after nothing less than the great treasure Misko, the great bandit. Finding it would be incredible riches. I'm not able to give this information to anyone for free. I'm no fool. That's the keen sense of the strongest treasure hunter network. No gold left behind. Not by a dormacaque. You're great, Doc. How much are you going to charge me? 100 rupees. The truth is to steal and get this exclusive scoop for 1,000, so what do you say? No deal. Best treasure of all treasure hunters. That's probably the rules you out, bub. The fewer people after the better, and we still got the scoop. Now, you can accept this quest if you so choose. It is a quest, but I know exactly where this treasure is located. And also, there's a shrine over there, too. So we might as well head over there and get this. Horse! My horse! Stop doing that. Let's go with my horse. Oh boy, that's something of interest right there. No, guess there we go. Oh, it broke. I'll use this spear then. Fly away! There's a chest over here. Another opal. That's money. free money for us to use. Now, your horse can die from its wounds. If it hits enough times, it will lose health after if it gets hit, and it will die. Now, there is a way to resurrect said horse, but we don't have the ability to actively do that just yet. So if you want to be more cautious, it is probably best to keep your horse out of combat at all times until you have the ability to do so. I, for one, would basically like to have that ability, though the guy who basically resurrects your horse is kind of a little creepy, not gonna lie. So we got a shrine over here in the distance. This one's a little tricky to find, as it's no one usually goes over here very often. I think it's above here, I think. Yes, it's up here. This is also where you can find a bear. Yeah, an actual black bear. So you can actually ride him into battle and whatnot. See, there he is. There's the bear right there. You can kill it for meat if you so choose to do so. Horse, over here. Over here, horse. Yeah, get away from there. We don't want you falling off the cliff. Though, granted, you can't... horses don't swim, so bear that in mind. Because, they're actually smart enough not to actually get in the water if it's too deep. Well, that's actually a pretty good sense of direction for them. I need to chuck a bomb into this wall right here. Huzzah! Booyah! And there's shrine. This one's a little hidden. We'll go after this one. Like a soul. Do 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 do. And we're off to our next shrine. They put these everywhere. Because you have to have a basic sense of curiosity. You know, if you look around your map and you're like, man, that's a big open area that has nothing in it. There might be a shrine there. So you have to look around, see what you can do by it. This one is... Ooh, here we go. Now these puzzles, the apparatus puzzles, these are fun, but if you're using this, like, if you're using the Switch in handheld mode, or, heaven forbid, the Wii U version of this game, moving that gamepad around was obnoxious. I'll tell you that much. That was obnoxious. I hated that. I really did. Oh. Fine. I'll drop this. Get a better shield over the ball. We're gonna get more shields as we go along, so bear that in mind. These apparatus puzzles, they have the use of motion controls. I know some people don't like the motion control gimmick, but like I said before, if you're using a pro controller, this is actually not that bad. It's actually not intrusive at all. I would say the only thing that was really intrusive was the gamepad. Because again, especially if you're using the gamepad or the Switch in handheld mode, I would say it was probably the worst of the puzzles because you have to flip the Switch all the way upside down in certain instances. So now you can't even see the screen. So now you have to twist and tort your body everywhere and hope for the best that you actually find the actual screen to get around in. This one's a little interesting. It's a little bit of a awkward puzzle, so you have to spin the controller around to do like this, I think. Just go like that. I gotta hit the B button somehow. B button. There we go. Perfect. That should be perfect enough. Because we have to grab this chest first before we can actually continue on with this place. A small key. Small keys only appear in dungeons, shrines, and such like this, so nothing more, nothing less to it. Now we have to reset this, and now get above here. Well, that's the way I need to go. I need to go up like this, move the stairs over like here. Turn like that. Like a soul, like a boss. Huzzah! Apparatus puzzles. I don't think they get any worse than that, though. I know some people might say they hate motion controls and puzzles like this. But you just gotta sit back, look at it, and with a calm mind and hope for the best you actually figured it out. Thank you, Mr. Monk. Give me my orb and I'll be on my way. Thank you. If we play our cards right, we might actually get into a couple more, another double shrine of some kind, and actually no, that's kind of a lie. There is no actually other shrines in this region except for maybe Kariko Village and somewhere near Hanto Fort. So we're not nowhere near any more shrines for the time being. But we do want to find that treasure that the Great Bandit has. And this is a pretty okay treasure. It's not the greatest of all treasures, but, this guy went all out to basically hide it away. You might as well, save it for a later date. Though I wish you actually could meet this thief, this master bandit. It would have been really cool to actually see how he's, portrayed. Maybe Breath of the Wild 2, he actually will make an appearance. Who knows? Let's get some Hyrule Bass while we're out here. Might as well. And see, that is the best way to fish. Fish not biting, throw dynamite into the water and hope for the best. Granted, that's technically kind of illegal, but we live in a Hyrulean age where there isn't really much of the rule of law, so basically anything goes. Grab this rock. It has a Korok underneath it, so you might as well pick it up. Huzzah! And drop it right on him. There we go. Now we want to climb this rock wall. This is going to be a little tricky. Since you don't have much stamina, you're going to have to use your resources and placement of your character to get up here. So let your stamina refill. And just hope for the best you can make it up here. With the bandana hat, you do climb a little bit faster, so bear that in mind. But we need to get to the top of this hillside. Because right here is a rock wall. Something you would never notice. This is what, if you pay for the scoop, this is what the bandits will tell you. That there's a rock wall somewhere around here that holds a lot of treasure. If you come in here, there's some treasure. Huzzah! A lot of treasure chests in here. Perfect. Luminous stones are first indication of those. Another high-tiered rock. We got sapphires, our first one of those. We also get a flame blade, which is very nice. It's an elemental weapon. There are only fire, ice, and shock weapons in this game. Nothing more, nothing less in that instance. As again, fire stuff will allow you to keep yourself warm in cold environments. So if you don't have a good way to keep yourself warm, equip a fire blade, and you will be good to go in that instance. What's this? You have a soldier's spear. We don't need that. Oh, actually, could use that though. Actually, no, it's actually weaker than what we got here. And we got some food. Now, I believe you actually accepted the quest. This is where it technically would have been. I think this is where you would actually end it. Or actually tell the bandits that you actually did find it. Which basically throws a butt in their face. So, with that said, we are off to... Let's head off to Kariko Village, shall we?